Episode 3. Appreciate you, cameraman Sosa.
No problem, man.
Listen, y'all, we back, and we got our first guest.
Our first guest.
He's not even a dad, but he's got the cup. But listen, we gonna let this young man introduce himself. So who are you?
Talk to the people.
Renzo. Is it?
That's Renzo. That's Sosa. I'm Luke. Welcome to Kickin' It podcast.
Kicking it, man. Hey, but I'ma just say this off top. He under-introduced himself. This is Staff Sergeant Lorenzo Jones.
I don't know why he downplayed himself.
Exactly, like, you come on here because you're somebody. We just gonna have Renzo on the show. Who is Renzo?
That's like we get Jay-Z on the show. He coming. Oh, I'm Sean.
My army name is Staff Sergeant Jones.
There we
Friends
go.
call me Renzo. Mother calls me Lorenzo. You
Okay.
can follow me on TikTok, Lorenzo Jones 27.
She don't call you Little Rabbit.
Okay,
She does.
Because we do our research.
He tried to step
That's
over
Little
Little
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
When my family calls me Junior.
Well,
Little Rabbit comes from my dad, so he used to play football really fast, and you know rabbits are really fast, so his name was Rabbit. And growing up, I used to run around the house a lot, so my mother was like, "You Little Rabbit."
okay.
There you go.
Okay then. Okay.
That was. I don't even think I heard that story for real.
Yeah, that was my first
That was my first
That was
time
my
finding
first
that
time.
out. So that's lit. That's lit,
Okay.
man. So the thing about Lorenzo Jones, aka Staff Sergeant Jones, aka Renzo, is that he's actually been a good friend of ours since middle school. We are from the zoo, and for those of you who do know, that's Carroll City.
Yes, sir.
So we decided to go ahead and bring him in as a guest today. And our big topic today.
The big topic today, this is something that, you know, we all talk about, we all see it, we go through it. Some of us go through it, some of us don't, because we went through it, so we don't want to go through it no more. The topic today is relationships. The topic today is relationships. We gonna talk about this from any and every angle. We gonna keep it player. We might tell you how we really feel, but at the end of the day, that's what the topic is, relationships. So I don't know how we even gonna slide into this. Anybody wanna
Just a fair warning though. A lot of people are not going to agree with what comes out of my mouth. I'm very controversial with a lot of things that I say.
Okay, so we could start right motherfucking now. Why you feel like your views on relationships so controversial?
Because I've been through every phase of a relationship, from being faithful in relationships, to being cheated on, to being the cheater, to being lied on, to being married, being cheated on, cheating in my marriage, going through a heartbreak scene, every angle of a relationship you could possibly think of. I did things with other people wives, and had to step back and look and be like, man, if that was done to me, I wouldn't like that. But then at the end of the day, I was a savage. I was in savage mode, so I didn't care.
So, all right, you just described like maybe 10 stages of infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
Which one like scarred you the most? Like, cause you said, okay, you may have slept with some people's wives. You say you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, which one of them points did you really realize, like, I need to step back and I need to change what I'm going after?
It was after my first deployment, and then like seeing like how my relationship was on the fence when I was deployed, and like me actually trying to make my relationship work, like trying to put in the hours, and then that person, I'm not gonna say the name, but that person, it was like a fight to get the time or attention from that person, and it was like, man, either she don't trust me or she's doing something she got no business doing. but I need to step it up because I don't have her attention the way I thought I had it. And it took me to leave to understand, like, you know, don't take things for granted. But then when I came back, things didn't work out the way it should have because, yeah, you know the rest.
Gotcha. So that stage,
Break at that stage.
So attention is a big thing. Not a big thing, but that's important for you.
Very much so. I love attention. I mean, that's why I was a drum major, because I wanted to be the center of attention. Like, in my relationship, I want to be the center of attention because I make you the center of attention. Like, anybody I ever talked to or ever took serious, you would know it. You would see it.
Okay.
I spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time with that person.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off, but at the end of the day, you're still a guest on the show, so we still got to get to know about you. You said drum major. Let's talk about that. Some people might not know what a drum major is.
Okay.
So,
the drum major is the role model and the epitome of what your band program should look like. That person should know your band program up and down, back and forth, like the back of their hand. When they think of drum major, they need to think of your program off the bat. They need to think you need to represent the pride of the program. You're not there to be anybody's friend. You're there to instill discipline, standards.
Guys, and so
like, what is a drum major?
Yeah, like what do you feel like a drum major is, like, in 3 words?
3 words.
You can use more if you want, but
Role model, father figure,
I would say big brother
servant
too.
leader.
I would say big brother too.
Yeah, big brother too.
Big brother too.
But
Because when I was a drum major with him, that's kind of what he was to me. He was still my big brother because he was a drum major longer than I was. So I took his big brother and I turned it into my own big brother, you know? So I see that, them family ties, especially from the band, who the band.
and a counselor because people are gonna trust you because you're the head.
right.
So they're just gonna talk about their problems, and you have to be vulnerable enough to or show a level of empathy to someone to feel what they're going through, but not understand it, but still feel it.
So my next question: do you feel like that point in time in your life when you was a drum major, do you feel like that prepared you for the man that you became today?
Of course, yeah.
So without that, you wouldn't be you.
No, without you guys, I wouldn't be me.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, the drum major was something that I wanted to do, but like having you guys around was something that I needed because again, you guys had a father figure in your life, so I didn't have a father, so I looked towards you guys to learn how to be a man when there was no man present at my home.
Hey, that's
Hey, well, I'm glad I can help you out with that. I ain't know I was helping.
And I apologize for not being the best fucking figure role model that I could be. You know, I apologize for that.
Our boy was a little.
You know,
He was a little unstable.
yeah,
That's it.
boy. That is the best word to describe it. I was unstable.
My dog was just
At
unstable.
certain points of my teenage life, I was just unstable, man. But
It be like that sometimes.
this ain't about me. This is about the man that we got on the couch. So we diving into this relationship topic. We talking. So I'ma just go ahead and throw some. You know what? Before I even throw something out there, y'all know we gotta do it every episode. Oh yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. What's the crazy question of the day?
Alright. Okay.
Oh boy.
Because okay. This for everybody too. Y'all know in the comments. Sosa need an answer. Renzo need an answer. Y'all don't have to be so specific. But if there was any relationship in your past that you could just take out, never had it happen. When, you don't have to say who, but when and why.
You want me to be honest? Like, if I'm being honest, it was the relationship that I got into right after my divorce. when I a little bit through my divorce and right after my divorce, I wish I never would have done that because I did not give myself a fair chance to fix whatever problems I had going on in my marriage, and to give it a fair trial and error. Because I getting divorced and I'm moving on. That's just the way my feelings were, and I don't think I was being fair to myself or my ex-wife.
How long were you with your wife before you got separated?
I was with her. We was together a total of 9 years.
It don't even.
And married for how long?
Married for 5.
Okay.
That's
Still
what
don't
you
even
gotta
know.
ask.
Yeah.
See, I see that shit through you. You was
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah. Nah. Okay. So boom. Together 9 years, married 5, and so would you say that attention thing was number one?
Yep. The lack of attention at home. Well, it is my fault and it's her fault. And I don't like to put blame on people, but I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like when I'm off, take advantage of the time that you have with me because my attention span, the way it goes.
When you're off what?
Work. Cause I'm working 6 in the morning and I'm coming home at 10 at night.
For the army?
Yes. So it's like if you can sacrifice, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to stay up out your bed all night, but if we could talk for an hour, 2 hours, watch a movie together, and then talk about the movie afterwards.
Like set your alarm, like real shit. Like
Yeah.
you can set your alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can make the effort.
Not even really hard.
Not. But the minute you don't do that, I'm going to like the nature of the beast is my attention just gradually went somewhere else, and I was venting to somebody else, and that person pretended to be something that they wasn't.
Okay, so this is my question to you, right? As men, why can't we just take that time and focus on ourselves? Like, why does most of the time we have to seek female attention? Why we can't just go do something? Why we can't just go learn a new skill? Why we can't just go, do something else besides, that?
Other than,
No,
that
that's fine. What want to answer?
other than power, I feel like there's 2 things that a man works for in his life. Everything that he does, subconsciously and consciously, is for either both of these things or one of these 2 things, and that's power or a woman. And if you a power seeker and you find that power, women still you just gonna be used to women gonna give you that attention because it's like.
So I have this question for you. Now this for both of y'all. Whoever want to answer.
Well, I want to answer your last question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for me, it was to this day. Whenever I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. And y'all know me
For sure.
So I've accomplished a lot in my going. Next week will make 8 years. In my 8 years of being in the service, I've accomplished a lot. I wound up getting my degree. I wound up deploying, coming home safe. I want to get promoted. I want to do all these things, and you just need validation. Like it's okay for your friends to validate, but when you have that one person that you invest and pour into,
the person you care about the most,
tell you that they're proud, and makes you feel like they're proud of you. You can't get. There's no better feeling. And that person, that my ex-wife, she almost viewed me as. Her last words to me was, "Oh, I'm not gonna congratulate you on something you're supposed to do." So it was like,
I saw a quote, and that quote said, "Any man can be powerful, but the most powerful man will have a good woman next to him."
this is true.
And a good woman, just so everyone knows, a good woman is not one thing. Because, like he said, he likes attention. To him, a good woman may be that woman that gives him that attention, that love when he need it. But then, Sosa might be a guy that likes space. A good woman is somebody who give him his time to be him. give him and not be him as in go cheat and do dumb shit, but give him his time to, you know what? Let me go work on myself real quick. Like, I've been having thoughts. Let me just go think about this shit. Let me go write it down, erase it, whatever I need to do. You feel me? So like a good woman is whoever you good for. You know, like it's not just one thing. You feel me? So yeah, that was.
And no point in time where we condoning cheating or stepping outside your marriage or relationship, but you know, and I'm not proud to say that I've done those things, and I'm taking accountability, and I was absolutely wrong for putting her through whatever I put her through or mistreating anyone. That's not my goal at the end of the day. So I'll take accountability as a man and say that I was wrong in those moments. And then I did take the time out. I seek therapy, I've had the help, I've had time to myself, and now I'm back to where I need to be and I'm focused. And it's like now there's a new me and a new set of standards and values that I have upon myself, and I can't let nobody come in and interrupt that flow.
See, and realize he said something that a lot of us African American men really don't say. He seek therapy. He went to therapy. He went and actually did the proper procedures to get through certain problems that he was having. So just let that be a I'm not really sure what to call it.
Just a little bug in your head, I guess. Like just keep that in the back of your mind.
Like you can professionally talk to somebody about the bullshit that you're doing.
And
not to call it, bullshit, but you still can talk to people about it.
One thing that it doesn't make you is weak. As a matter of fact, that probably makes you one of the strongest people ever to be like, you know what? Nah, I ain't right. I need to go talk to somebody.
In fact,
make sure y'all do that, man, because that mental is important. That mental is very important. Because especially you coming from the army, going back to the army, like it. You know what? What different? You know what? This is what we gonna do. We gonna take a quick break. We gonna be right back. I got a question for you. I got an army question for you, my boy. Most definitely, sure. Welcome back. You know I always gotta start off with a clap. That's like the sound check. But welcome back. So boom. Right back into where we were going. That big army question. Only the ones you can name, because I don't know, like, the secrecy and stuff. I've seen the movies. So, what different countries have you been to, bro?
I've been Korea, I've been Germany, I've been Afghanistan, I've been Alaska, Iraq, Nigeria, Japan. Yeah, and then different states.
Whoa.
Hawaii,
Alaska. That's how long were you in Alaska? Well,
if you only in Alaska for like about a month and a half for training, cold weather conditioning training.
So if you can, when you say training, like what are you guys training for? Like what is it that y'all actually in these different
anytime you train in the army, for anybody that's joining, anytime you train in the army, you're training to kill the enemy. Point blank period. Cut and paste.
So they pretty much, if you did say you had to go to war in Russia. Russia is a cold ass place. Mm-hmm. Y'all would go to Alaska
to train
in that type of weather,
and then we'll come back, get our affairs in order, and we'll be shipped out.
Just so that type of terrain ain't nothing new to y'all.
No, we train in some of the harshest, from the desert in California to tropical environment in Louisiana.
Okay, so in your opinion, what's the more uncomfortable terrain to be in? Is it cold?
Cold. It's hard to shoot cold.
Hard to shoot? What you mean?
Because I'm a Florida boy, so I'm not used to the cold. No matter how many times you put me in the cold, I'm not used to it. So my body just reacts different than a person that's coming out the cold. My bones freeze up. I have My response time was slow. Everything was slow.
I can agree with that simply because like when I'm cold and I'm texting on my phone, I'm like stalling and shit. So
Your side pictures off because you're shivering, like you're cold, so like you're shaking, and like you gotta keep your side pictures steady, but your side pictures too busy going like this and all over the place, and you gotta really lock it in while you're shivering. Like it's ridiculous.
So, what's the coldest you've been in, if you can remember the degree?
It was like -13 in South Korea.
Oh, South Korea.
I wasn't even.
I wasn't even expecting that. Like that's.
I was thinking like, ooh, that's not cold.
I jumped off the plane I jumped off the plane and I have nothing.
Ooh, I know that it was biting.
Man, it was. Yeah, I was sick for about a month. It was bad.
But, hey, that's a type of strength that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have. Like you open that door for me and I see the blizzard down there, it's like, you go first. I'm not doing that. What you mean?
I'm personally not signing up for that. Like, I don't like the cold at all. I'm not signing up for that.
It's like, we can't choose what we want to fight.
For real.
See somewhere else.
Keep me in the hot places.
Keep me in the hot places. But wherever there's trouble in Tahiti, send me there. I got it.
But on a serious note, like that's like, I'm glad you said that because that sheds some light into actually what people in the military have to go through. Like, it's not just Camaros and fucking drinking all day. Like, no, it's actually hard work preparing for missions because sometimes it might come. It might come where it's like, nah, we gotta scrap them boots up. We gotta go, right?
I mean, some people won't ever see combat, but some people will. You stay in long enough, you will.
Right.
You stay in long enough, you will. And every training cycle you do, you need to take it serious. You gotta take it serious because it's either your life or their life. I'm not gonna let them take mine or the soldiers that I have in front of me. So I take every training I do serious. I might hate to be there, but we're here. Like we're here.
So when you say soldiers you have up under you, not explain that, but that means you got a rank up in there the way you got people up under you.
Yeah.
So
like,
could you
assign soldiers like?
So could you explain like what your rank is to the people?
Yeah, I'm a staff sergeant. So with my rank, I'm over like a section, and it is my duty as a staff sergeant to make sure those soldiers are properly trained, their health and welfare is taken care of. If they're deployed, they're tactically ready for any terrain or any enemy combatant. That is my job as a staff sergeant. To make sure that I'm not putting on my blues coming back from a deployment to knock on somebody's mom or dad door saying your son didn't come home.
Gotcha. You gotta wear blue suit for that? So that's like your platoon? Is that what it's called?
Sergeant first class will be in charge of the platoon, and then your staff sergeant will be in charge of a section. So there can be 14 to 15 to a section. In a platoon, there's like be up to 30, and then you divide that, and then that's when you'll get your number of how many people you in charge of. And then the sergeants, they have direct influence over the soldiers because they work with them directly. So you got the sergeant directly, the staff sergeant, he's in charge of the section. So when like I said, you're a sergeant. When I put out information, I'll talk to you, and you have to relay it back to the section, our section.
Because it's like
that's
for anybody out there who trying to learn about the Army. So speaking of the Army, and we are talking about relationships, are there different, like, how do they take relationships up there, like, especially like if you married going to the Army, like what is it like being married and then going straight to the Army?
It's hard. It's really hard, and it's coming from like being married in the Army. You're asking a person that you've been with for years to adjust to a new life without you. You could be going from 9 months to a year. And then they're used to having you close by every day or being able to talk to you, have some type of access to you all that's cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a big sacrifice.
So when is the longest you was ever away? And where were you?
I was in Korea, and it was 2 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So from like, you remember from when to when?
I was going from January to November.
So you came back for Christmas.
I did.
That's actually, that must have been very ecstatic for her. Like, was it?
No.
Nah. Well, that attention, you said that attention was lacking, so.
And I had a question earlier, like from way earlier.
Oh, my bad.
No, from way earlier. Because I remember you said men seek power. Like, they seek power. Like, I forgot what you was talking about, but I don't really remember the context you was talking about when you was like, men seek power.
I was saying that men, everything that they do subconscious.
Oh yeah, for power or a woman.
For power or for a woman.
Got you. So, do you feel like when a man sleeps with a woman, it's kind of like he conquered her? Like he... Because that's that question that leads into another question. The question behind that is, if your woman cheat, do you take her back knowing she let another man conquer her?
See, the way... Ooh. Because... when I cheated, I did it when I was low key at my lowest and brokest. To be honest, like when I like,
you was one of them freaky bums.
I was a freaky bum. I was a freaky bum. I was a hobo, like a hoe for real, bro. So it's like, and I'm out here like seeking validation of like, I don't need this and that to get this. You feel me? Like that shit still made me feel powerful. You feel me? So it's like, it's not that I was conquering when I did that. It's not that I felt like I was conquering those ladies. I just felt like I was conquering something in myself. Like, yeah, I did that type of stuff. I honestly have never felt like I conquered any woman, because it's just simply permission. Yes or no.
So
yes.
How do you feel about that second question I asked?
What was the second question again?
The second question was, do you feel like if your woman cheat, she let another man conquer her? Because if you, like you just said, it's just a yes or no. So it's like, shit, if your lady said yes to another nigga, like, what that really mean?
That really mean that's something. Nah, that's something you wanted to do, bro. Like, that's something you wanted to do. And honestly, it depends on how you go about it after. How did I find out? How did you tell me? What did I ever find out? Is there,
what did you really do?
Like, what did you really
what
do?
Did you
like,
really do?
There's so many different things that can come from that, bro. Cause like there is that yes and no, and then there is that point where it's like, oh no, you let that nigga conquer. He slut you out.
Like, nah,
he slut you out. And
see, cause that's the thing. I feel like it's not that you can't take a woman back from cheating, but it's like, all right, you cheated, you hunched the dude, probably fucked him 1 or 2 times. All right, cool. But it's like a nigga find out you was sucking his dick. You was like, damn, this nigga was nutting in you. Like, you was like, you was just doing all type of shit where it's like, damn, you acting like you ain't even got a nigga. Like, I know you cheating and all, but damn, you ain't.
When I cheated, I had boundaries. Like, I didn't even want to kiss a bitch. You feel me? So it's like,
bro, that's crazy. Men, that's some shit. Men would cheat. 2 things they'll most likely not do. 3, probably. They won't say they love you to the female. They won't kiss them, and they probably won't like give them oral sex. Like, that's like most things.
One thing I
men
never
don't do.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit, forgot you was here, guest.
So, I had to prepare myself to be cheated on.
Ooh, break that down.
Yeah.
So
You seen it coming?
no, but I
felt like that's what you were saying. You seen it
I
coming.
prepared myself, so I knew that being in the service and how fast paced I was getting promoted, I was going to keep leaving home.
So is this something you prepared yourself for, or this is something people who above you like A. Jones?
No, it's something I prepared myself
okay,
for because
okay.
I'm mature enough to understand. I'm going 10 months, 9 months, 6 months, constantly, every year or every other year. I'm going. She's home alone. She gets lonely. She has needs at the end of the day. And if worse come to worse and she was to do that, can I be mad at her? Or do I have to be mad at myself because I volunteered 9 times out of 10 for all of these things?
But how did you be mad at yourself if you providing the home that she's sleeping in? That she creeping in? Like, how can you be mad at that when you're providing that?
That's materialistic things. I'm not providing the love and the communication at home. I'm not.
Because you gotta remember, man,
the affection. That
this is true. This is true, but I'm sorry. I ain't even trying to cut you off. But I feel like if you providing for a woman when you're not even there, like you're not even there to see how she sleep in the bed that you making sure she could sleep in, how she eat the food you making sure she can eat. I feel like if you do that and you're not even there, how do you have the audacity? I don't give a fuck if I'm not there. How do you have the audacity to creep on me and I'm making sure you straight and I'm not even around?
Because with everybody, you have needs, I have needs.
How could you accept that?
I just had to, like, because I knew I was going, and affection is the name of the game, man. Like, it's so important to be affectionate in a relationship. And when you take that away, being gone, it's like a drug. You need it.
It's facts.
So I had to understand that from a mature standpoint of view. Like, if it was to happen, am I prepared to understand why it happened, and am I willing to forgive it? Knowing that I put her in this circumstance. She didn't put herself in it. I put her. When the minute I asked her to marry me and I moved her out from her parents' home and put her in all of this, and then I'm leaving her in an empty house by herself for months and months and months, no affection, no communication, no nothing. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay, so do you feel like, because I know you just said you prepared yourself for it, do you feel like that would have, if she didn't, like if, not saying nothing about nobody, but if things didn't go how they went, do you feel like you would have put her on like a whole nother different type of level?
We wouldn't have been divorced. We wouldn't have been divorced.
So divorce, because I know you said, could you forgive her? So that's your way of saying, no, you couldn't forgive her?
It's not so much, I couldn't forgive her, it's so much, I couldn't forgive myself. Because, again, I did it to her. And again, it's that accountability that we lack as men nowadays.
Yep.
Taking accountability is like,
Yep.
I knew that I loved the Army and I wanted to progress. And either I make the sacrifice and draw the line, I'm gonna keep putting myself through this, or I'm gonna draw the line and really focus on what needs to be focused on. So I chose the other route.
All I do have to say is, at the end of the day, it's good that you say, you're taking accountability, but at the end of the day, her choice was also made. So you can't. That is not all.
You're absolutely right.
It's not all on you.
You're absolutely right.
I understand.
I'm not gonna, I'm not doing too bash her because.
No, definitely not.
I see what you're saying, because that gets lost in the sauce a lot. Like, that really get lost in the sauce. Like, if she chews up one day or one night or one morning, whatever the case is, bruh, she chose.
She tried to do that.
Listen, I don't know about him, but I done been through it. Like, I done been through it with females where they done chose up on the nigga, and it's like, bro, you gotta understand that come with the territory, cause like, I feel it in my spirit, but I feel like we nearing up on the time to close out right quick. But I'm gonna say this, from what he said and what from I personally been through, every time a female chose up on us was when we was really getting to the bag. Every time they chose up, we was getting to some money. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that.
And another thing is,
we gonna be right back.
gonna be fast. Another thing is, we were able to tell them the truth. You'll never find the truth from them.
Okay.
You'll find omission, but you won't find the truth.
Okay. We'll be right back to that. You're not gonna comment on the clap, man?
Hey.
It's cool. Cause alright, cool. That's what y'all seen it, man. The clap is gonna happen every time. So boom. When we left, Renzo over here said that woman gonna die with the lie. Why you say that, man?
I mean, it's common for men to cheat, so it's just common for us to eventually tell the truth and admit it. But it's not so common for women to cheat, so they're not going to tell you they might tell you the piece of the truth, but it ain't gonna be the whole truth.
Yes.
They're
yes.
of them.
They will tell you they cheated, but they won't go into any detail.
Nope.
They feel like that's enough.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I feel like it's because of how they know they picture things sometimes, especially as a person who cheated. Like I know how my lady might be thinking sometimes. For sure. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know if these ladies feel like they protecting us by omitting the truth, but honestly, my imagination might be much worse anyway. Like,
well, no, I see where you going, but I'm gonna tell you this:
it won't be.
Don't lie to me. Like, if I ask you, did you creep? Tell the truth, because I probably already know. So I'm just asking to confirm my doubt.
Oh no! I wasn't saying that. I was just saying, like, you know, my imagination might be worse. So you need to tell me the truth. But it's like, you don't want me to be thinking you did something that you probably ain't even do. Nah, I just think I'm thinking some way that I shouldn't even be thinking about you.
But it's when you think about it, it's all you simply just laying down and spreading your legs for somebody else. That is enough. Like, it don't have to be. That's worse. Like, that's already worse enough to imagine. Like, you just being okay with somebody else being on top of you. Like, you know, I feel like that's why we say it's different for men and women, because it's like, I feel like women, I can't speak from a woman's perspective, but I don't feel like they get stuck on you was hitting this bitch from the back. You was hitting the long dick style. Like, I don't think they get stuck on it. You do. I feel like it's more so on some, like, you actually just did the shit.
I guarantee you, they thinking exactly like us, bro. And that's why it's like, now I don't even say that it's worse if a woman cheats rather than if a man cheats, because
we be getting slutted out too. Nah, for real.
Listen,
niggas be getting slutted out too.
Will we?
Like, you can't say you don't.
A nigga will really later, just like you said. Just like you said, a girl will later.
Yeah.
A man will really later
let a female
do whatever she want. So it's like, that's not.
It's no difference.
It's no longer. Listen to me, y'all. It's no longer different. That shit is not different. You just mad because she said yes. You didn't have to say yes, but you a horn dog. You gonna let anything hop up on you. But she meticulously chose a nigga. But that's what you mad about.
I'ma say this though. You right, but I'ma say this though. Ladies, stop acting like y'all shit don't stink. Stop acting like you ain't do the same shit that we did. Stop acting like it was any different. What that nigga did for you anyway? Like, let's keep it G. Y'all love saying niggas fuck with anything. Alright, the nigga you cheated on me with, I ain't see you with no new car pull up. Like, nah, I'm saying with most women that cheat, y'all don't pull up in a new car. Like, y'all can't upgrade y'all crib from tripping. Like, alright, a nigga might throw you a couple of chips. Cool. But at the end of the day, stop acting like Stop acting like what y'all doing is really like different than what a nigga is doing. Like, we just fucking, y'all just fucking too. I just feel like men need to look at it like that. Like, bro, stop taking it so personal. She just fucking like you. Just
But
like,
we getting back on the truth thing, I would say women love to say, oh, tell me the truth so I can make a decision on my own. But then you don't tell me the truth and I can't make a fair decision on my own if I want to stay or leave. And then I'm around you and I'm uncomfortable around you. And you wonder why I treat you different. Because I'm uncomfortable. I don't even know you. You're like a stranger to me.
oh, you definitely gonna treat them different once you find out they
and
definitely gonna treat them different.
And that's the thing. That's the other thing that kind of does make it different. It's like, as much as we want to say it's the same. Oh, you hurt me. Like, I know I hurt you too, but yeah, you hurt me back. Now everything that you've been feeling for the past however many years that I wasn't cheating, now I have time to feel all that for the next amount of years that you felt what you felt, because we got this disease and it's called humans. Like, we all just Homo sapiens at the end of the day. So it's like there's absolutely no aspect where that shit was different. The only thing that, not even your reason, at the end of the day, no, you just wanted to do it. Because even if you wanted
that's
revenge,
the toughest part to accept though. Like, I don't know if I'm the only person that feel like that, but you know, I've been in multiple relationships in my life. So it's like, I've been cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's always been the hardest part to accept. Like, I can't believe you just did that. Like, you literally just went and did that as my woman. You know, after you finished doing what you was doing, you was still gonna be my woman. And you went and did that.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely understand where women come from being in the position. I understand that. But I'm not trying to make it a difference, but I'm just trying to let y'all see, like,
Mm-hmm.
these masculine figures that men are supposed to be, the head of the household, this, that. How you gonna hurt a king and expect him not to cry? Like, you can't be out here hurting your king and expecting him not to cry about it. Like, it just don't. Even if he did, like, I'm not trying to excuse nothing that men do, but men gonna do what men do. Y'all know this. Getting into it's like getting a job. You know, a job gonna take taxes out of your check. So you know that's gonna happen. You prepared for it. So when you see it, it's no big deal. I'm not saying it shouldn't be a big deal when a man cheat on you, but understand this is something that men, they go through in their life. Like, some men, it take them to their 26, some 36, 46, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that men go through. So to sit up there and not act like this man can't feel some type of way because you went and slept with somebody else, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I feel like a man, some people might agree, might disagree. I feel like a man is just as emotional as a woman because we have to hide it. We have to hide our emotions so much to where when they do come out, it's like, where the fuck this come from?
Yeah. Nah. So what he basically saying?
They know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Say what you gonna say, but they know what I'm saying.
They know exactly. I know it's just, guys. It's like, just don't do it. And if you gon' do it, be real about that shit. Cause honestly, the realness aspect, does that make it better?
I'm not saying that. Put it like this.
Before, cause
If I come to my lady and say, look, I'm not gonna be monogamous. I'm gonna do what I gonna want to do. And if she say cool, that's cool. Cause that's what we agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
But if she sits there and she does the same thing, I can't be upset about it. Because if she can accept who I am, I have to accept, like you said.
Yeah.
When I joined the army, I knew it was gonna come with certain things, so I was prepared for this. If you don't want to be a faithful man, I don't think you can expect to have a faithful woman. Period. Like, as wrong as it may be for her to cheat, how can you expect her not to when you doing the same thing? It's not fair.
Yeah.
Next topic.
You ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Oh, I killed it. Bang, bang. We'll be back.
Hey.
Oh, not yet. I thought we was gonna be back.
No, not yet, bro. We still.
Boy, I thought I knocked it out the palm.
No, man, no. I want to know, like, what you thinking? Like, why you saying next topic? Like, what is it you don't want to?
What nerve was to me?
It ain't fucking nerve. I see and I agree with everything that's going on. It's just two wrongs that make it right, but accountability can fix a lot.
Expound on that. Like, explain that last statement.
I expound on what the fuck does that mean?
Like, me cheating on you is wrong. You cheating on me is wrong. But if we are accountable of our action and we admit to what we did is wrong, and we can work towards fixing it and being better the next time around, then so be it. But if you know you're gonna constantly cheat, then leave that person alone. Because you're wasting your time and their time.
Oh, for sure.
Because in the process of cheating, you don't understand that you're really damaging yourself too, emotionally. Because every time you sleep with somebody, you're giving off a piece of you that's supposed to be preserved for that person. Now you and that person is bitter towards each other because you're not all the way there. You can't be all the way there because you're all over the place.
And I can personally admit, cheating, I feel like it affects your sex life with your living partner. Cause it's like you're not all there. Like you're not all there. So it's like,
listen,
yeah, I feel like that's something a lot of men don't talk about.
Memory
but that
is
shit
a powerful
affects.
thing.
Yes, sir.
Memory
Yes,
is that's there forever, and that's why I understand why a female or a lady or the live-in partner will probably just like, you'll be chilling and the next thing you know, boom, nothing. And it's like, I know why that's there, because shit going through your head, because I know shit go through.
So imagine when it's like, imagine if they did that tit for tat thing. Like imagine if he cheated, she cheated. He cheated, she cheated. Like imagine how they looking at each other like, how, like, do you guys feel like
At that point, you become poly.
You in a poly relationship like that, and it's worse because you're not even really in a poly relationship, because you don't want him doing that and he don't want you doing that. So
but y'all accepting it.
But y'all accepting it. So it's like,
I feel like y'all both lowering y'all standards at some point, because if you just cheating just to cheat, I don't think you hitting top of the line material.
But
go ahead.
Since we're on topic of sex, then we have to address the elephant in the room, which is like a lot of women, they come with these limitations, and I don't know where it stems from or who they get it from, but it's like you allow somebody else to do this, that, and the third to you, but when it comes to me and your views on me, now I'm only limited to do this.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's true though, that's true though. But like real shit though, I'm gonna keep it G with you. Like I'm gonna keep it 1,000. If me and my baby mama was to break up, what I went for with her, I'm not going for with another female. I'm not going for it like at all. The first sign she give me of that, I ain't going for it. So it's like I understand why females do that shit. I truly do, because it's like I already know what you about to do. Like I know what you about to do. So why would I like? And plus, you can't be mad at them for setting the ground rules, like saying, "Look, I ain't going for this." You can't be mad at them for saying, "I'm not going for this."
In the bedroom?
Oh, so
you talking in the relationship? I'm talking in the bedroom.
Oh, you talking about sexually? So
yeah.
If another nigga fucked you in the ass, well, I can't do it. That's what you saying.
I thought you understood that from. I'm thinking, no, bro. The last thing you talking about relationship, we felt the same way about the last one. We was like, bro, I swear to God, we was with you the whole time. No. You said something, I was like,
yeah. I'm like, oh, limitations, the relationship.
Like, I'll give my personal experience. Like, when
you wanna fuck in ass.
like in my
shit.
In my relationship, in the beginning stages of my marriage, right? Keep it 100. She was not giving me head. She would not give me head. And then when we get to the bedroom, there's certain things that you have to do before you do it. Like the lights have to be off. You have to be fully enveloped in the covers.
I had one that always
Things
covered
like
my
that.
face.
So like your insecurities are overshadowing the pleasure that's supposed to be the bedroom. And after a while, that gets old, and I become sexually unattracted to you, and then I don't want to have sex with you.
Did it ever
But
change?
Huh?
Did it ever change? Like,
Yeah, once I started cheating. And once, like, another woman started giving me the things that I desire as a man, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, what am I not doing? And then you want to fix it. But then it's like, you fix it temporarily, then you go back to your old ways.
That's because that's the real her.
Yeah.
She go back to the old ways because that's the real her. She was putting on a facade. Putting on a facade, try to keep you around. And that's the sad truth about it. Cause it's like them facades will really ruin the relationship. If you can't be you in the relationship, oh nah.
And see, and you say that, right? And that's where this is where I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but you cannot ask a person to be you or be yourself, and then at the end of the day, you expect them to sacrifice. You cannot sacrifice without change.
Of course.
You
have to become another person through sacrifice. Who you were yesterday, not who you're going to be tomorrow. And if you carry on yourself this way, I'm eventually going to leave. Like, I'm not here to be with you who I've met. I'm here to see everything upgrade and progress in the relationship.
Is this woman a Gemini? Is she a Gemini?
No, she was a Leo.
Okay.
But it's like almost nearly 6 years of the same thing.
See, now, sacrifice that comes from progress, I feel like that's not changing you as much as it's just elevating you. You still gonna be you, but you're just gonna be a better version of who you are. You feel
That's
me?
change. That's change.
Yeah.
Like we try to politely say it, but that's
no,
that is
because real shit. When I stopped cheating in my relationship personally, like that change, the change that I made to be a better person, I sacrificed so much shit that I didn't even realize. Like, it's not that like cheating didn't make me a more successful person, but I was a risk taker. Like, you know, like when you cheating, you risk taking this. It's like this shit gonna work or it's not. So it's like you kind of apply that to other parts of your life. Like, I'm gonna risk take with this, I'm gonna risk take with that. So it's like me personally, when I stopped cheating, I started looking at a whole lot of other shit. Like, why am I risking this when I could lose my family? Like, so it's like that made me chill out on a whole lot of shit. Like, so yeah, I did make a sacrifice when I stopped cheating, because that changed me as a person as a whole. Like, I don't do nothing the way I used to do it, you know, when I was doing that. So yeah, that I had to say that, because yeah, you definitely sacrifice some shit when you change for a person. Oh, it's definitely a sacrifice.
And before I cheated, I can honestly say this. I literally kept bringing up the issue. I did talk about it. I honestly did talk about it. I'm like, man, you need to work on this. I think you could do this. You think I need to work on that? I'll work on it. I have no problem. I'm a freak at the end of the day, so I have no problem. Whatever you want to do, I'll do it. But you have to work on this. 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 I'm not getting this from you. I need this. This is like my sexual desire. You're not giving it to me. Years of asking for that. Okay, you don't want to do it? There goes Samantha down the block there with mouth watering to do it. It's harsh to say, and I'm not condoning it, but it's God's truth. And that I'm vulnerable because I really want it, and I'm curious, so I went and did it.
So imagine if this reversed, right?
I was gonna say something, I forgot.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, you good. It was about the change thing, but whatever.
But imagine if that's reversed. Like,
I can't imagine
if it's a woman who wants something sexually out of her man.
I can't
he's
imagine.
just, nah.
I can't imagine.
I work too much.
I can't imagine because I literally am a dog in the bedroom. Whatever you want me to do, I will do. The only thing you're not going to do is put anything in my backyard. Other than that, go full-fledged. I'm talking about full-fledged. I'm nasty.
Okay. Questions. So So you just said you nasty, right?
This got to be the last question, and then we'll talk about it next.
Okay, well, you know what? We can just go ahead and wait till
We
next
just gonna
segment.
save it?
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll interrogate you later.
Please don't forget. Please don't forget.
I know what he's gonna ask me. I know it. I can see